What's up, guys? Today, on this episode of Tools to Know, which is an update to a previously recorded episode, we'll discuss, we'll talk about sun exposure. It's being out there at the sun that the universe has given us as a gift to illuminate us, to warm us. Anyway, this is enough of the old poetry thing. But sun exposure, I really want to talk about this because I think it's something that we take for granted or underrate. But you going outside and getting yourself exposed to the sun is one of the greatest things that you could do to extend your lifespan. To live as long as you want to live. To live to 175 in my case, and I don't know what age you want to live up until. I hope it's also close to 175. 150 at least. 175 is cool. Excuse me. The one thing that comes to the forefront of my mind right as I talk of sun exposure and longevity is your body has something called the circadian rhythm, which can be described as your internal clock. Because you see, during the morning, certain hormones and certain chemicals are released in your body. Adrenaline, cortisol to wake you up, adrenaline to keep you revved up, maybe some of this dopamine or whatnot for you to wake up and start getting things, getting active. And then as the time shifts towards the night, your body releases different set of chemicals in your body and hormones. Melatonin for you to fall asleep. This and that. It reduces the cortisol. It reduces this and that. So it's this beautiful biological ecosystem that certain things are released at the morning, certain things are released at night. Now, how does your body know whether it's morning or night? That's the circadian rhythm. That's the rhythm of the time of day. That's your internal clock. And one of the biggest factors that influences your circadian rhythm is your sun exposure. When you expose your body, your mind, your soul to the sun, you're pretty much telling your body, look, it's morning time, let's adjust. And then at night, when the sun is down and you don't have blue lights, then your body's like, oh, now it's night, let's switch it up to the night chemicals and shit. That's why the blue light blocking devices are very, very important, because if you're still getting that signal like, oh, it's still the sun up, the circadian rhythm gets fucked. That's why you gotta have the blue light blocking shits, the night shift on the iPhone and all that plus on your computer. But back to the sun. You expose yourself to the sun, your body knows it's morning, releases certain chemicals and whatnot. The sun is what kickstarts your circadian rhythm. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. The second thing is the production of vitamin D. About 80% of the world's population is deficient on vitamin D. We don't get enough vitamin D. Because mainly we don't spend enough time on the sun. When we spend time in the sun, we have clothes that are covering our skin, and the sun, the UV rays have to hit our skin to then produce vitamin D in the active form for our body to use it. So a combination of all these factors, spending too much time indoors and all that, not having enough activities outdoors, contribute for our lesser amount of vitamin D that we should have. Now, with that said, you can go to the sun shirtless at a certain time of the day, do some movement and all that to get some of the vitamin D. Granted, that might still not be enough, and you might still want to supplement. You know, you can catch from the sun some foods have vitamin D, but then you might actually have to supplement it for you to have those adequate levels of vitamin D, which is a very important hormone. Yes, vitamin D is a hormone, not a vitamin, but more of that later. Excuse me. And I think that that's enough to cover about the sun. If I know I'm having a moody day or a bad day or whatever, the first thing I think of is like, have I caught sun? Have I caught sunlight today? Alright, this was the episode of Sun Exposure Updated, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Bye.